Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting ManageCasa webinar. My name is Jennifer, and I'll be your guide as we look at the different settings and preferences available within the ManageCasa software. We've got a fantastic agenda lined up for you. First, we'll look at the benefits of a flexible design. Then, one by one, we'll go through the company, resident portal, and personal settings and preferences. We'll show you a live demo to give you a closer look at how easy it is to navigate through the different settings. And of course, we'll wrap up with a Q&A session to address questions you may have. Your business is unique and so are your needs. That's why Manage Casa is designed to be fully customizable, giving you the freedom to work the way you want. One of the benefits of a flexible design is that it lets your team see the data in a way that makes sense to them: clear, accessible, and relevant. Administrators can also easily set account defaults, streamlining processes and ensuring consistency across your organization. And if your business evolves, the application adapts with you. All right, now let's look at the company wide account settings. Just before we show you these in the system, let's go through the list real quick. These settings allow you to, number one, select your organization's currency. That way, you can use Manage Casa wherever you may be in the local currency. Also, you can select cash or accrual based accounting, which is relevant for creating reports and displaying data in widgets and the reports. Cash accounting records transactions when cash flows. For example, when you receive a payment for an invoice. Accrual based accounting records transactions when they occur. For example, when you create an invoice. Next, these settings also allow you to select if you want to share your contacts with others or keep it personal. When you select auto credit, Manage Casa automatically applies available credits to new charges. Just be careful when you select this. It's extremely helpful to some of our clients, while others decide to rather manage credits on their own. You can turn on late fees. Again, some clients love it, others don't. But note that you can always modify this general setting later under the lease agreement or HOA setup. You can also set up your lease default for overlapping leases. So you can create a lease that starts before another lease ends for the same property. Set up invoice numbering so you can manage distinct number ranges for different set of users for reference payments. It also allows you to set up bank information for your organization and choose the bank account to deposit your income. You can also set up custom fields. This will allow you to add additional data fields to your application based on your business needs, complementing the default information fields we already provide. And then, of course, set up access groups and control what users can see or use based on criteria such as communities or buildings. For example, you manage multiple associations or buildings in Manage Casa, but want to limit users to see only information for their respective association or building. And last on our list is to assign account users or user privileges and control what features they can access based on their assigned roles. Now we're going to look at the My Tenant slash owner specific settings. Yeah, there you go. So these settings allow you to do these different things. So first would be portal, the user interface control. So you can turn this on or off so that they won't be able to access violations, architectural review, maintenance tickets for your users or properties. It also allows you to enable or disable the message board. When the message board is turned on, you will be able to add messages, including pictures, and manage users or communities you'd like to be able to see the message. It also allows you to turn on or off the calendar function for your properties. If no property is selected, the calendar event becomes visible to all. Another thing is that you can turn on or off voting or polling for your users or properties. And then, of course, we have the global search, which is the search bar at the top right portion of the dashboard. You can use that to look for information that's available in Manage Casa. Um, we're down to the last section actually of the settings, and this time around, we're going to go through the personal settings slash preferences. So let's just go through the list before Drew gives us the demo for this one. So these settings allow you to set your own time zone. It also set the country in which you work. You can choose your preferred language, as there are instances wherein manager speaks English while resident speaks Spanish or French. In terms of format localization, you can select your preferred formats. For example, comma or period for decimal and thousand separators. And then, of course, you can turn on or off widgets so that you can customize your views around the application to have the information where and when you need it. And then for the next one, you can actually minimize the navigation bar. So you can expand and collapse sections as needed. You can also collapse widgets so that you can hide or show insights in demo and customize your views and have the information accessible as needed. And then the last one would be the sticky footer. So this one allows you to keep the pagination at the bottom of the page for easier navigation. So just to recap, what makes Manage Casa truly stand out, it's a modern software, a standard software with a modular, flexible architecture and an award-winning user interface designed to meet the diverse needs of your business. With Manage Casa, you have full control. The platform offers a wide range of settings and controls that allow you to tailor it exactly how you need, making sure it fits seamlessly into your workflow. Most importantly, we're committed to constantly improving. We listen to your feedback and we're always innovating the platform to bring you even more powerful features, settings, and tools in the future. So, I guess Drew, we can now move on to the Q&A section. We have a couple of questions already, and I'm going to start with the first one. So if you can just help me out on this, Drew. So first question is, do I need to create a new lease if the late fee is updated?
No, you do not. You do not have to create a new lease when you update the lease. If it's a global setting, that will get updated automatically if you change the default lease terms. It'll get applied the next time that trigger happens. Same is true if you've overridden those late fee settings on a lease specifically. You do not have to create a new lease.
All right,
And
thank
and
you.
and and in addition to that, you can actually decide, hey, for the next 20 days or 2 months, I'm going to just turn off late fee charges, and you can turn it off temporarily as well.
Okay. All right, let's proceed to the next question. Is it better to turn on auto credit instead of manually applying credits?
Great question, and I'm going to give a terrible answer or maybe a good answer. It 100%. This is an engineering type answer. It really depends on your business model, right? We feel like it's a real time saver as a company. It's a real time saver to turn on auto credits, right? Because you don't have to think about it. But if you really want to be specific in, or it's your business model to say, okay, I'm only going to apply credits to a certain specific chart of account or not, then it's best to keep it off, right? It 100% depends on your business model and how you run your business. And like I said, we think it's a real time saver. We think it will apply the credits without having to think about it. um, but if that's something that you want to control, you want to manage yourself, then by all means, keep the auto credit off. It's really up to you.
Okay. All right, thank you. And then are community members allowed to file violation tickets? Ideally, we want this option exclusive to admin.
Yeah. So that setting that I looked at, you you can turn it off for your property owners and they won't be able to file it, right? It's that global setting that was under setting. Let me just share this real quick
Mhm.
again. So here, if you go in and you turn this off, then you can't, the owners won't be able to file violation tickets. So if you turn it on, they will. So if your model says that only you as an association manager can file violation tickets, then it's probably best to keep that off.
All right, thank you. Drew, while you have the screen shared, maybe I'll go with the next question. There's a question about the global search. I had no idea about the global search. Can you please show this one more time?
Sure, of course. So anywhere where it doesn't matter where you're in. I'm in settings. Maybe I'm down deep in budgets. I'm doing stuff up here in the top. Right, there's a couple of things that sometimes can be, you can look over. Right, we have a chat bot here that allows you to see, like, hey, let me ask some questions, and this is an AI. You can type in, natural language, and you can type in your question and it will search through all of our documentation. We have tons and tons and tons of help articles, and our AI tool has gone through it and looks at all the different combinations, and we'll come back with a natural language response to any question that you ask up here. We've got a bunch of quick actions, like you can run a report real quick that you can jump right to. But you asked about global search. So there's this search button here at the top. Now, at any time, you can pull this up and you can search for stuff, right? You can say, let me look for Jerry, right? So as I type, it's going to look through context, transactions, schedules, all kinds of stuff, and try to find the context of Jerry, right? So you can see Jerry maybe has a bunch of transactions that are part of it. I can use this filter up here to say, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. So, and it will show those. So for any one of these, you can just click right to it and it will take you to that specific thing, right? So let me just do that again. The other thing within this global search is that there's a more button, which takes you to a results page that will show all of the different search. Sorry, that was more for everything. All right, so I can go here and I can say, so show all search results, which takes me to the global search page. It shows me all of the different things that are connected to him with a little bit more information. So you can say, oh yeah, I want to go to this one, right? So that's how the global search, and that's available everywhere within the app.
Thank you, Drew. I think we can accommodate one more question before we end the webinar. So this one has to do with account users. Is there a limit to the number of account users I can add to ManageCasa?
There is not. We do not limit the number. We would recommend, though, that you want to be careful on the account users you do, because the more you add, the more you have to manage, and you have to keep track of, like if someone leaves, you want to make sure that you disable them and you turn them off, or if whatever. But there is no limit on the number of account users that you can add.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Drew. And with that, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined today's webinar. We hope this was helpful. And if you ever have any questions, we strongly recommend you to check out our help center at help.managecasa.com. We have lots of articles there, especially the new features, including videos and screenshots for a quick and easy reference. And you can always reach us at support@managecasa.com for your questions and other concerns. Thank you once again, and we will see you on the next one.